Hello everyone, welcome back to Escape Roots Yoga. I'm Jodie and today is the first day of our May classes and I am very excited to start this month with you. So over the last few weeks I've been taking classes at different studios when I'm away. As some of you know, I'm a pilot for my other job, and every time I get stuck in a city for a few hours, I do my best to take a yoga class. So over the next month, you'll be learning some of the things that I've learned since the beginning of the year. And today's class is called Cold Lake. So I took a class at Yoga Onyx in Cold Lake, and it was beautiful, it was amazing, and it was kind of a Yin style. So the first half we did some more yang style movements and then slowed it down with some more yin style movements at the end of class. So to get started today, let's get down onto our backs. I will say for today's class, you'll need some blocks. And if you have a bolster, grab one. If you don't, you can use a pillow or a blanket. I don't actually have a bolster. That is a prop that I do not have quite yet. So you can grab one of those or just use a blanket / pillows / blocks. I will show you what to do. To get started, let's get down on our backs. You can bring your feet to the outer edges of the mat. Let the knees fall into the middle. And just allow yourself to fully arrive here on the mat. You can press into the back of the head, tuck the shoulders down the spine or underneath the back. Turn the palms up towards the ceiling. Let the palms or the fingers curl naturally. And just let yourself feel a little heavier lying here. Let the body give in to gravity. And then when you're ready, allow yourself to set some intentions for today's practice. Introduce a little bit of movement into the fingers and the toes. You can windshield wiper your knees out so both knees can go to the right and then over to the left. Just taking a few like this. And then when you're ready, cross the feet, rock and roll your way up to a tabletop position and step it back. Come into your high plank. Pointer fingers can face the top of the mat. From here, drop the belly, roll the shoulders down the spine, open the heart. Exhale, press the floor away. Inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, press the floor away. Starting to find a little bit of a roll here between the two poses. Take a few more like this. Just getting into your own body, riding the wave of the breath. And then from here, let's tuck the toes under, press into the two-piece fingers, lift the knees up a little bit, and then send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. You can walk your dog here, so shifting the hips from side to side. Maybe you come up on the tiptoes and bend the knees a little bit to allow yourself to get started here. Take a few moments. And then press into those hands. Make sure the arms are super straight. Eyes look between the palms. Rise up on the toes. And just walk your way all the way to the top of the mat. And at the top of the mat, let's reach for the elbows. Let the head hang heavy. Let the body hang heavy. You can shift your weight forwards and back here, trading between the toes and the heels. And one of my favorite things about this class in Cold Lake was we started with a standing series. So deep bend in the knees, we'll roll all the way up to stand. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Take a slight back arch here. Send the hips forwards. And then exhale, hands come down by the sides. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. You can face whatever direction feels right. Make a fist with that right hand. Left arm comes up. We're going to reach up towards the sky. Send the hips to the left. See if you can continue to draw the ribs closed, maybe closing off that left side of the body a little bit. So keeping that belly button to sternum kind of connection here, but still opening up through the left armpit. Yes, should be starting to feel a little bit of fire here. And then swing the right arm up to meet the left. And then make your way over to the other side. Make a fist with your left hand and find that juicy side bend here. So once again, connection between the sternum and the hips, the low belly, still opening up through that top armpit. Find a position with your neck that feels okay. And then bring the left arm up to join the right. Starting to feel some burn, and then transfer back to the middle. Hands come down by the sides. Let's interlace the fingers behind the back. Open the chest. Lift up here. You can slide the thumbs down the seam between the legs. And then return back to your strong standing position. Let's take the right knee into the chest. So root down between into the four corners of the left foot, the supporting leg. Keep some energy in those right toes and let the right hip sink down a little bit. So knee draws up, hip draws down. Keep a sense of broadness in the chest. And then keep an eye on that rib to low belly connection, or sternum to low belly. And from here, arms are going to come up overhead. Hold that knee up overhead. Not overhead, knee overhead if you can, absolutely. But for most of us, let's just keep it up. Energy in the bottom toes. And then from here, you're going to lower that leg down. Turn the knee out to the side. Hands come down to heart center. And then we're going to find tree pose. So you can keep that foot on the floor as a kickstand if you would like. You can bring it up to the ankle. You can bring it up to the inner thigh. Or if you would like, you can come into a half lotus here. Staying here for a few moments. We're just avoiding that knee area. Foot presses into leg, leg presses into foot. From here, let that knee come back towards the front. Knee draws in towards the chest once again. Left arm comes up, right arm comes out to the side. Draw your knees together so you're dropping that knee down. Shift your weight forwards. Reach all the way back for those right toes. If this is as far as you go today, that's fine. If you'd like to go a little bit farther, begin to kick into that back arm. Roll the right hip down. We're coming into dancer's pose. Almost like both your legs are behind you and you're drawing them together like you would in bow pose. Tuck the chin a little bit. Relieve some tension in that cervical spine. We're here for 3, for 2, for 1. Release. Both arms come up. Inhale, find your back arch. Exhale, forward fold. Reach for the elbows. You can let the head hang heavy. From here, let's interlace the hands behind the back. Take the arms out straight, letting them fall back behind you. From here, let's bend the left knee. And you're going to see if you can reach that left shoulder towards the left knee, possibly looking towards your right shoulder. Let that feel good. And then switch sides. So bend the right knee now. See if you can tap the right shoulder to the right knee, possibly looking to the left. And then back to the middle. Release the arms. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, deep bend in the knees, Utkatasana or chair pose. Hands come down to heart center. Let's find a twist. Twist towards the right. Just trying to find somewhere that I don't hit the mic here. So you can extend the arms straight or you can keep them in prayer, whichever way feels best for you. Keeping the hips lower than the heart here. So being mindful not to bring the upper body too low. And then come back to heart center. Let's take the other side right away. Either keeping the hands in prayer or extending the arms. Hips press back. Pulling the right hip crease back here. And then back to the middle, swing the arms behind. Inhale, rise back, arch. Exhale, hands come down by the side. Okay, root down through that right foot. We'll take the other side. Left knee draws into the chest. You can interlace the fingers around that foot. Keep some energy in the bottom toes. Shoulders slide down the back. Find that connection between the sternum and the low belly. Trying to find some anterior tilt with the pelvis here. Then from here, keep that energy in the toes. Arms are gonna come up overhead. Finding that connection, so keeping the ribs tucked. Drawing the shoulders down the spine. See if you can drop that left hip just a little bit. Looking good from here. Lower that leg down. Turn the toes out to the side. Find your tree pose. Whatever variation of this feels good. Could be different, could be the same as the other side. Hands can come to heart center or up overhead. There are no rules here. Breathe. I guess that's the only rule. Everything is optional except breathing. Notice any tension somewhere in your body. And get rid of it. And take that knee back towards the front. Arms can come up overhead. Keep drilling that left hip down, knee comes up. And then bend your left elbow, bring it down by the hip. Drop the left knee, but keep it bent. And then extend the toes behind. We're working towards dancer. Roll that left hip down. Pulling the right rib back. Kick into the back leg. Don't worry about what it looks like here. Just worry about what it feels like. Tuck the chin just a little bit. No need to strain the neck here. Drop the left knee a little bit more if it's opening. And we're here for 3, for 2, for 1. Release. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, forward fold, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hop, step or jump the feet back. High plank. Chaturanga Dandasana or knees, chest, chin. Inhale for up dog. Exhale, nice and slow, down dog. Take 4 breaths here. Eyes look between the palms, rise up on the toes, bend the knees, hop, step, or jump the feet to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. 1 more, exhale, forward fold, nice and juicy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hop, step, or jump the feet back, high plank. Lower down, feel your strength, feel your power here. Think about how far you've come. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Your body was begging for every minute of this class. Eyes look between the palms, rise, bend, hop, step, or jump. Inhale, half. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Rise up onto the toes. You can bring the palms to face the floor, arms out in front of you, and then just bend the knees, lower all the way down onto the tail. Beautiful. From here, just scooch the hips back. Let's take the legs out into a deer pose. So left leg comes in front. Right leg is going to come out to the side. So like those windshield wipers we were doing at the beginning of class. Ooh, big hip crack from me. I wonder if the mic is going to pick that up. And then from here, we're just going to switch sides a few times. So option to lean back, take the knees all the way over to the other side. You can do a few like this. Just make sure you're kind of correcting your alignment as you do it. It's okay if it evolves to look a little different than when you started. And then a secondary option, one that takes a little more mobility, would just be to take the hands to heart center and do the same thing here, but with no hands. So take a few moments, just mindfully move your way through this. Wipeouts are welcome. Slowing it right down is also welcome. And then when you're ready, just bring the knees to stay at one side. Correct your position so it looks a little closer to a 90-90. And then whichever leg you have in front, let's say it's the left leg, you're going to further twist to the left. So if you have the right leg, you're going to further twist to the right. Grab a block or a bolster here. We're just going to lean over this block. So almost like you're giving it a hug. If you have a bolster, it's really nice. It's like you're just cuddling up with a pillow. Obviously, option to grab that pillow or blanket here. This is the first time in this class in Cold Lake that I'd ever tried this pose. And it's one of my favorites now. I've definitely put it in a few classes that you may have tried. That's just one of the benefits that I get from taking classes around, and I am very blessed to continue to share these little tidbits, these new poses, these new cues with all of you. And when you're ready, just begin to make your way over to the other side. Absolutely no rush here. Moving your props around. You might notice that this side could be entirely different. It could be very similar. But something that we learn on the mat is to treat each moment, each movement, each pose as its own, as something new. So meet yourself where you are. Do your best not to pass any judgment, find any reason for the way that things are. Just to assess and adapt. And doing it all with love. And then when you're ready, just begin to make your way out of this side. Take the legs out in front of you. We're going to take a Supta Baddha Konasana to finish. Option to take a block just under the spine. You might have to move it around to find a position that is comfortable for you. Let the legs, the knees fall out to the sides, the palms turn up towards the ceiling. The fingers curl naturally. Something really beautiful about this class in Cold Lake was they brought around essential oil infused towels at the end. So if you want to transport yourself there, it was citrus scented. And if you have the time today, I invite you to stay here as long as you feel able, as long as you feel will serve you. And that may include removing blocks, adding blocks, changing poses entirely. But just allow yourself to find a bit of a slower pace. Doing your best to focus on a singular point in the body. Maybe the eyebrow center or the heart center. I will leave you here today. I just want to thank you for bringing yourself onto the mat, for taking this class. And for committing to yourself. I know it's not easy to take class at home after your day at work. So congratulations on finishing, and enjoy your much deserved rest. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.